Alright, and hi everyone. So this is the first findings in selective mutism cases. Okay, when you think of the most iconic booming voices in cinema history, you think of James Earl Jones, the unforgettable voice of Darth Vader and Mufasa the Lion King. But here is mind-blowing fact: as a child, the man with the most powerful voice in Hollywood was almost completely mute for almost nearly 8 years. It's actually a quite long time. Okay, when James Earl Jones was just a normal young boy, he developed a severe debilitating stutter. It was so intense and caused him so much embarrassment and a very bad anxiety that made himself a very drastic choice. By the time he entered school, he simply stopped talking altogether. From the age about 8 until 14, he lived in a functional mutism. He communicated with his teachers, classmates entirely through just a written notes. The voice that would later shake movie theaters was locked away. Totally, he was in silence. Okay, and then, so how did uh, Darth Vader find his voice? It all changed thanks to a brilliant high school English teacher of himself named Donald Crouch. Mr. Crouch discovered that James had a secret talent. He wrote a beautiful poetry, and one day, this teacher used a very genius piece of reverse psychology whereby he looked at one of James' poems and said, I don't think you wrote this. The only way you can prove to me you wrote it is to stand up in front of the class and recite it from memory, from your heart. And also from here, James wanted to prove that he wasn't a cheater. He stood up, looked at the paper shakingly, and something magical happened. When reading the text he had written and memorized, his stutter completely vanished. He spoke clearly, fluently, and powerfully from no voice and became from no voice and having a voice. And also, that single moment of James Earl Jones of bravery shattered his psychological wall. James realized that acting and public speaking gave him a safe space where his brain could bypass the stutter. He went on to join on debate team, became an actor, and transformed his greatest weakness into ultimate superpower. And that's how we know Darth Vader and Mufasa the Lion King.